On one of the last occasions, when the Apostle Paul met with the elders of Ephesus, he really emphasized something very important. He said that after his departure, should grievous wolves come in. And also he said, of your own selves shall man arise, teaching false things. In one of his epistles, he wrote, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. And he followed this with, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and be turned unto fables. The phoenix bird is a fable and a myth. And for the men that were considered to be successors of the apostles, which were the early church fathers, to be considered successors of the apostles, they needed to continue with sound doctrine. Instead, the early church fathers, known as the Apostolic and Ante-Nicene fathers, they taught other things apart from sound doctrine. And one of the main things that they taught was the phoenix bird that lived 500 years. From Clement of Rome all the way to Tertullian, and even after that, the Apostolic Constitutions, and onward, they taught the phoenix bird in the 2nd century all the way to the Council of Nicaea. This is incredible. For the apostles were telling us that the identifying mark of a false teacher in the church would be their teaching of fables and myths. The problem with the phoenix bird is that the phoenix bird connects to Egypt, and it connects to this place because the phoenix bird would travel all the way to Egypt to continue on with the myth. Worse, the phoenix bird connects to worship of the sun god Ra. Worse, the phoenix bird connects to Osiris, one of the Egyptian members of the Egyptian Trinity. Worse, the phoenix bird, as is known in Chinese lore, is the female version of the dragon. In other words, the dragon, the Chinese dragon, had a mate, and the mate of the dragon was the phoenix bird. This gives us a conclusion to who the Ante-Nicene fathers were. The Apostolic and Ante-Nicene fathers were not successors to the apostles. They clearly show a separation between the sound doctrine of the first century apostles of Jesus Christ and the mixture of ideas, philosophy, allegorical interpretation, and Gnostic ideas that were held by the Apostolic and Ante-Nicene fathers. To say that the early church fathers were successors of the apostles and that they sat under the feet of the apostles is a lie, because all they would hear was sound doctrine, and for them to teach the phoenix bird identifies them as being the very ones that the apostles warned about.